This is difficult, man. I was out there working in the cleaning up the. I cleaned up, raked out the stuff on the berm, and got the blower and dusted all the stuff away from the east end of the barn to keep critters, coming up and having a place to live near that wall. Just have concrete and blow all the sand and the stuff away. I still have the sandbags there. I might take some of them and put them in the horseshoe pits. And then I still might get another basketball hoop and set it out by the racquetball courts so you could have a full court thing there and you could shoot by the racquetball courts and shoot towards the house as opposed to, into the orchard where the ball would go into the water if there's water out there. I don't know. I'll wait and see because it is fun to shoot outside, especially in the wintertime. And it's fun to shoot out on a 10-foot hoop. And I can get that light working over there. It'd be right under the light, so that would be nice too. And it'd be concrete for you could practice 3-pointers and free throws and corner threes and stuff. So I'll think about it. I'll wait and see. No one's really showing up, so for me, the basketball barn does okay because it's it's exercise. That's all I'm doing is exercising. And I don't have any, they tried to kill me, physically and emotionally and mentally destroy me. And so all I got to do is survive, stop, eliminate abuse, and recover, and my boys just talked to me about it in the bathroom, and they're like, Dad, all you got to do, they're probably going to, you were getting in good shape then, and then they bombarded you with another round of chemical poisoning, and it rotted the tooth and aggravated the Nash all to hell, which you feels like you've got, cancer shutting down your vital organs, but I don't, because my prostate is handling things real well, especially when I soak with the salt, and my colon and rectum, I still, the polyps went down because a lot of the poisoning, and I have good bowel movement, especially when I eat lots of salads and drink lots of water. So I'm in good shape for a man that's been poisoned to the extent that I have, and the capacity to recover, which makes a lot of people angry. But he goes, guys, don't get angry. They just poisoned Bob till he died. They poisoned Sun Yat-sen till he died. That was the 1980s and 70s and 80s and the 2025 and what the Vatican did to Blaise Pascal was a long time ago. I'm a science project to try to manipulate the masses into accepting hopelessness. So all the people that the aggressive, violent, selfish, violent sex cult people want dead die. And the violent sex cult people, are like St. Jerome, as well as Kublai Khan, Genghis Khan. Look at Donald Trump, He's not an athletic, attractive, sexually desirable man. Yeah, he's got a bigger penis than me, but who cares? Lots of guys have had bigger penises than me, and I obliterated their sexual reputation throughout high school and college and in the military. I was the comfortable sized dildo that you buy as a starter kit, but then it's like you just don't want it to go away because his DNA is so perfect, and he's the only man that will protect children from becoming P. Diddy's freak out. He's the best. He'll knock PD and his bodyguards out the fucking window. I won't be dangling anybody off the balcony. Hell no. They'll just whoosh, pow. Somebody shut that car alarm off. 3 football players and a wannabe just flew off the balcony. Earl ain't having that. And we didn't have the soundproof glass window. Everybody heard all the screams and everything. What happened? They were sexually assaulting these women for money. And they brought them in, and they were teenagers and didn't even want anything to do with them. They were recruited at a party. So what happened? I threw the asses off the balcony. That's why I threw those motherfuckers out. That's just horrible. It's a lot like Samson and David and Jesus with the Romans. Yeah. If I can destroy the pathetic mind in your body without having to kill your flesh to set the spirit free, I will do so. I've been doing it for 16 years on social media, and I ain't about to stop now. Well, because I'm a better person than you. I was born a better person than you. And because you will not accept the Lord's Prayer until I get you to accept the Lord's Prayer, I will die a better person than you. And then when the relative that is like me and the relative is like you, is a little boy is born, one child in this world to carry on, that kid, like it says in the parable of the workers in the vineyard, Jesus tells him, that kid from Jump Street will be living the righteousness of Earl and Jesus, and will have forgotten all about your compete to fight to fuck and your delusions of God, Jesus is a God in my head. My mom had that with my dad all the time. She would tell him that. You're not Jesus, Ralph. Jesus is you. We're all screwed. You're a mean asshole and beats the hell out of and abuses everybody that doesn't agree with you. Okay, your son's a better man than you. Your son's more like Jesus than you are. My mom used to tell that to my dad all the time. Okay, which is horrible. Okay. Stephanie used to say the same thing to Patrick all the time. You're a better man than your dad. You're a better man than your dad ever will be. Well, I don't know, Mom. Dad's standing up for the Lord's Prayer and getting tortured for doing it, and I won't do it with him. So I think I'm more like you and what Grandpa said to Mom and Grandma said to Grandpa than, I didn't mean to be a better man than my dad. I wasn't trying to be. I just did everything he told me to do to get through hell. He told me to, if I can't help you, ask Jesus, and Jesus will help you through, and I did, and Jesus did. Well, I listen to Jesus. I don't tell Jesus what to do. I don't tell Jesus I'm Jesus. I'm Earl, and Jesus is Jesus. And Jesus asked me to do something for Jesus, I'll do it. And I don't sit there and tell everybody, well, Jesus told me to do something, but I'm scared to do it, so Jesus is a God in my head that's better than Earl. Okay. Well, because I'm a rational and sane person, and I'm not Elon Musk or Donald Trump or Pope Leo or Barack Obama. Barack Obama's an asshole. Oh, Barack Obama knows he's an asshole. Kamala Harris knows she's an asshole. Okay. Kamala Harris wants to sexually mutilate your children because she wants to decrease the surplus population so she has better real estate values in the future, just like Barack Obama and Oprah Winfrey. Okay. They don't support your homosexuality. They support your capacity to stop having children so their family has a better quality of life in the very near future. Oh, God, a lizard on a Geico commercial could figure it out. And then you get all the Republicans, hey, see, we were right. Oh, you just dress your kids up in Kevlar and have them mass murdered while mass murdering. What's the difference? You talk your kid into killing themselves and they don't reproduce and grow up to be a Republican, or you talk your kid into being a Republican and mass murdering themselves and everybody else. There's absolutely no difference, Splinter and the plank, the splinter and the plank. One is a splinter, the other's a plank, right? So don't come around here and try to talk to me. Okay, I'm sick of tired of trying to talk Max and Emmy's mom into standing up for Lord's Prayer with me. I'm sick and tired of talking E's mom into saying, hey, Janet, it's Mr. Earl. That's what Anaya used to call me. Mr. Earl, she's so cute. Mr. Earl. The boss, she's so cute. Oh my gosh, she's like, oh gosh. Now, she's older than Emily. She's about Noah's age, I think. Yeah. Mr. Earl. She's not... I wonder if she still has a cute little raspy voice with the little... I know she has the pair of brown eyes, a little face and a pair of brown eyes. And just... I bet you she's adorable. I bet you she's lots of guys, wow, you're cute. Anaya, would you like to get together and maybe possibly think about sexual reproduction? Because I think we'd have cute kids, and you're the boss, so you tell the kids what to do. I'll just obey you. Oh, she's so cute. Yeah, she's a woman now. Girl, you'll be a woman soon. Like Raquel Castro and... What was the other kid that we were talking about the other day? It's like, no, she's all grown up now. I can't remember. It was a movie person. I was like, oh, she's so cute. She's not little and cute anymore. That movie's like 15 years older. Oh, shit. So the president's trying to have sex with her. Which one? Biden, Obama, Trump, or which president? Or Kamala Harris? Okay. Want to go in the back of a plane with me and Sheryl Sandberg? You're funny. I don't make the news. I just report it. Okay. I didn't know. I didn't want to know. Sheryl Sandberg was watching my family get sexually groomed and abused by military ops that make her a multi-billionaire, and she felt no inclination to stand up and stop it all so she could have a faithful, dignified, and respectful, mutually agreed upon sexual relationship with a mutual partner that respects them, has empathy for them, and wants to live the Lord's Prayer with everybody. She had a choice, and she's a Jew. She's God's chosen people. So is Mark Zuckerberg. Okay. He's supposed to be like Abraham, but he would rather meta your verse and fuck you in the head with his technology for more money. Bezos isn't a Jew. He has an excuse. He's stupid. Okay? Zuckerberg's supposed to be God's chosen people. He's supposed to be like Rabbi Wolpe. Here's what the Messiah is supposed to do. Here's what the Messiah is like. And here's what the Messiah is going to do. And here's how he's going to do it. When he does it exactly right on time, like he always is, just like Gandalf and Tolkien's imagination. And C.S. Lewis. And don't forget C.S. Lewis. Oh, the wine which in the road. Here, some Turkish delight. You're funny. It's good that I got a sense of humor. It's the only way most of you people in military intel that have decent children are your children are kept safe by it. I'll tolerate your dad and mom for one more day. Then what's going to happen? And, let loose the dogs of war and the hounds of the Baskervilles. I'm just kidding, guys. I don't mean that. No, I'm going to do everything in my ability to get the technology to reflect and understand the natural laws of Proverbs and Psalms and the applications of physical Lord's Prayer, because that's what the pillars of faith in the Quran are based off of, is off the applied physics of the Lord's Prayer. That's what the pillars of faith in the Quran are based on, is the applied physics of the Lord's Prayer. Oh, I'm gonna slap this person in the dick so hard. Hey, I'm an Arab war god. I know you're an Arab war god. Okay, why don't you go fuck yourself to death in the corner while the rest of us stand up and live the applied physics of the Lord's Prayer? Sound like a plan? Well, let's make it one. Okay, you have a nice day. I'm feeling very wicked today. I want to sing songs on an award show for lots of fake-ass money and change dresses about 16 times. Man, just grow the fuck up and act like a woman and a man for the first time in your life so you can love children, perfectly like I do eternally. What happened to me in my apartments and my houses where I was trying to love my wife and teach the children how to love one another the way I was trying to love my wife is none of your fucking business. Okay, just because you sign legal contracts to treat me and my wives and the children like we're a science experiment just means you're a big, blue-headed, over-exaggerated Gene Roddenberry ego that needs to get the fuck out of my house because you're a disgusting pig, not because I'm going to threaten to kill you. You want to be a human, don't you? You want to carry moonbeams home in a jar? Or would you rather be a pig? A pig is an animal who spies on you and fights over money and says, I'm better at attracting money for sex than you are. Oh, yeah. I don't want to attract money for sex. I want to live the Lord's Prayer. Stop acting like a pig. Carol, do you know what I mean? You want some bacon on your salad? Because I really like bacon on my salad. How about you? I'm from Tennessee and Texas. I'm not a Jack Mormon and a wannabe Islami pommy boomy dommy dommy. I'm gonna spy on your house and get lots of money to fuck your family in the head. I'm the king of Saudi Arabia. No, I'm the king of Jordan. Oh no, we're not an Islamic country. There's no Islamic country. It's one big giant dirt clod covered by one body of water. And when everybody submits to faith in the glory of God, we'll all be living the Lord's Prayer. You'll just have a bunch of people who say, my family has traditions of how we drink water, eat food, and have sex on these portions of land for a long time. Oh, yeah. Common sense, asshole. Okay, I love you. We'll talk in a few.